Hello folks, welcome to the Underground Health Club. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Kasper. As you can see, we have two amazing guests here, Sherry Watson and Tracy Watson. You always got to say the lady's name first, correct, Tracy?
Correct.
Good job.
We're going to begin this program very, very soon. But before we begin the program, I know something you want to talk to the audience about, don't you, Tracy?
Sure. These health products that I've been taking, thanks to Dr. Joe. I have here the protein shake mix. This happens to be chocolate, but there is strawberry and vanilla also. Have one each morning. Great, delicious, lots of nutritional value there. I also take the Power Pack, the supplements, and doing well with those also. I encourage you to try them out. They work great for me.
Thank you so much. Now, I know Sherry has something that she actually almost ripped out of my hand when Tracy wanted to hold it, and she goes, nope, it's mine. So what do you got in your hand there, Tracy?
You guys, I'm so blessed that we met Dr. Joe, and we'll tell you more about that. Mom's butter. I am a fanatic on the, do you call it ghee?
It's goat ghee. Goat ghee.
I always use ghee, but now he has goat ghee. You guys gotta check it out. I use it by the gallons. That's why I don't want to give it to you.
So we appreciate that. So it's momsbutter.com for the best goat ghee on the planet.
It is.
Muscle Goat Protein, Vanilla, Chocolate, and Strawberry, and Power Pack 3. All my vitamins, all these products, no chemicals, no fillers, no nothing. Everything on hand, no cross-contamination. Your children can take it, older people can take it, athletes. This stuff works. It's not in the stores, and we got the best of the best. So, and if you want to reach me to talk about it, we can. You can just go to drjoecasper@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to help you. So we need to begin this great program, so let me get the stuff out of the way if I can. Put this over here. Thank you so much. Can I have the butter? I know.
Okay, it's a hard one.
I know you have one already, Sherry. So let's talk for a second here. Tracy Watson and Sherry Watson, I met them on the Marketers Cruise this past year. And it was pretty amazing to meet you guys. You have tremendous energy. Your caring kindness for people is unbelievable. That's how I connected with you guys. And to make it better, you live here in Albuquerque. What are the odds of that?
Amazing.
Yeah. So I know that health's important to you guys, but one of the things I was very impressed with too is you guys have children, okay? And in our world today, being caring parents, how important is that, guys? I want to speak to two parents because I'm not one of them, but I want to know how important that is with children in our society.
Well, I'll start out because our journey 35 years ago, we were the all-American family living the all-American dream, and I was out riding my ATV three-wheeler, and within an instant, I lost control of my life and destiny. I sustained a head injury, went through the journey of coma when we didn't know much about it, and what that did for us, turning tragedy into triumph, our kids watching and witnessing the power of living on purpose, the power of bringing your gifts to the world, letting go of fear. And I think that's so important, Dr. Joe, when you talk about our kids, now to watch them now living their purpose and being part of the building the power of purpose, our company. It's been an amazing journey.
That's fantastic. So your children, how old are your children, guys?
Do you remember? We have two boys that are in their mid-30s, and then we have two girls that are in their early 30s.
Now, because of them watching what happened with your brain injury, which is obviously you're talking about from the ATV, I bet they're very compassionate people, aren't they, Tracy?
Absolutely. You know, they grew up in a world of camaraderie, of people helping each other out. You know, Sherry established a support group very early in her injury, and they got to watch the people all come together with different disabilities in support of each other and in support of programs that sustained them and let them rejoin society. And that has never left our children. It stayed with them the whole time.
You know, it's interesting. I have friends who have children sometimes born with birth defects and different things, and their siblings, I see their other kids are such caring, kind people. and they protect, obviously their brothers and sisters. But I see the warmth they have, and I always tell some people it's very much a blessing when you can walk and you can talk. I was driving over here and I saw a lady in a wheelchair, okay? And I was like, wow. I said, if she had $100 million, she'd probably still be in that wheelchair. And I think people don't realize what they have, guys, that you can walk, you can talk. Not everyone can do that. And for you to, explain about how your kids are very compassionate people. And when you had the brain injury, I can't even imagine what happened, because my dad had a stroke and it was very traumatic on our family. And you see people go through the ups and downs, but as people start to heal and are feeling better, you have your rooting section of your friends, your family, but the kids they're involved all the time. And for some families, it's a strain. But it sounds like you guys, it was not at all, right? It was a lot of love and caring.
And what was so cool, Dr. Joe, is, like you said, Tracy, the kids learned the power of community from early on, watching us come together, build that one nonprofit corporation that we led as a business, and then another one, and 800 nonprofits later, we sat together and were equal participants. We created the Americans with Disabilities Act. Here's a group of people that have no political power, no money, but we had purpose, and we had a mission for our people. And the power that our kids saw was the economics and giving people the tools to teach them to fish, not just throwing fish at them. And
right.
So they've learned the power of that, giving people that back control of their life and destiny and creating paradigm shifts. And that's what you're doing. That's why we're so blessed to be part of it.
Thank you. You make me feel really good. I'm touched. But when I see you guys in action, and that marketers cruise that I've been on 10 of them, and this is your first one, right, guys?
Yeah.
I've been on 10, and it's one of those things when people go, well, I've been on a cruise before, and I said, the Internet Marketers Cruise, you haven't. It's something, until you're a part of it, you don't know. Yeah. And networking, I believe, is so important. It's funny, Captain Lou, who does the cruise, what is his famous line? Networking and schmoozing while Caribbean cruising. That's his line.
I love it, yeah.
It's a great line. And you never know in this world who you're going to connect with. I always tell people, have open ears, open eyes, because you might bump into someone who could change your life. It's so critically important. And when I met you guys, I was just like so enamored by your story, and you're making a difference. Because some people talk about making a difference, big talk, that's fine. But who takes action?
Yep.
Who really cares? And that's what really matters. And we're going to get into taking action and healing the body and living a life of purpose after the next commercial break. So we'll do a commercial break as I get a frog in my throat, and we'll see you in about a minute. Thank you, folks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Hello, folks. I'm Dr. Joe Kasper. And when it comes to protein, there's a lot of different products out there. And I'm going to tell you flat out, Muscle Goat protein is the best protein on the market. No chemicals, no fillers. The goats are fed apple cider vinegar in their water every morning. No cows on the property, no cross-contamination. And people who have any kind of health issues can use it. For more information, go to www.musclegoat.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Wondering if you can afford the ring of her dreams? At Crown Jewels and Coin, we actually double the diamond for what you would pay at a chain store. Trade in your old jewelry towards GIA certified diamonds. Choose from a large selection of settings featuring Veragio. We can customize a design and offer no credit check 2-year interest-free financing. Get more than you ever thought possible here at Albuquerque's family jeweler for over 50 years. Crown Jewels and Coin, for all you treasure. 3248 San Mateo at Kruger's Corner.
Don't forget, every ProView Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewnetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
And folks, we're back with Sherry Watson and Tracy Watson, two people I met not too long ago on the Internet Marketers Cruise, who are really making a difference in Albuquerque around the world. But you know, this segment, we're going to talk about things related to health. But first, I want to get into something you told me during commercial break, Tracy, about your son. And you got a little choked up, but tell us about your son a little bit, please, if you would.
Well, Derek, my oldest son, was he was 24 months old, 2 years old, when Sherry had her accident.
Wow.
So he kind of has a memory of it. And our youngest son was only 9 months, and he didn't really have a clue about what was going on and what was happening. But Derek took it upon himself to kind of step into that position of helping out with the siblings and the kids. You know, when Sherry first came out of the hospital, out of ICU and out of her coma, she didn't even realize that she had 2 kids. She just remembered the one, Derek.
Wow.
I had to tell her who Aaron was. And so it was a trying time for our family and stuff. But over the years, Derek has maintained his dominant position of the dominant sibling in the family, and he's always taking care of all the other kids, and they have to answer to him and tell them what they're doing and where they're going and when they get there, and that just sort of stuck. And because of that relationship we had early in life, we've always worked together. You know, Derek's worked with us and for us and around us ever since he's been, you know, out of college and stuff. That glue just sort of stuck, and he's a very powerful motivation in our lives and the power of purpose. As the other, you know, my youngest daughter works also in it, and she's very passionate as well. Our other 2 kids, my second daughter and my youngest son, both worked in the business many years, helped us start it. So it's kind of been a rite of passage for all of them to ground their purpose in life and compassion for the important things that we all take for granted sometimes.
Wow, that's interesting. You know, and when you talked about, you know, your son, you know, being, you know, a little over 2 years old when this happened, and then Sherry not remembering one of your children, and she got a memory back, obviously, I can't even imagine what you guys, is it you guys or y'all? How do you say it? What do you like to say?
I say you guys.
What do you say?
Y'all.
Oh, interesting, and I say yous guys, so you lose, it's yous guys.
Long Island coming out of there.
Yeah, well, Staten Island, yeah, the Bronx.
Staten,
Yeah,
right,
yeah, it's okay, yeah, it's all right. We won't get mad at you. Okay. So, Sherry, when you lost your memory during this brain injury, how long did it take you to get it back, to realize, you know, that you got it back, that you recognized your other child?
You know, it wasn't much about my memory. I had a little bit of a lapse. Mine was more physical. And to have to relearn how to swallow, it's not like coma where you wake up and go, hey guys, how are you going? It was like relearning how to swallow, relearning how to walk. And it took me a couple years. It's like laying me on the mat like a baby. So it was more, Joe, it was about learning what we take for granted. Yes. And learning the power of the mind. As I laid there in a coma, but I was trapped in a body that couldn't respond, I knew what was going on. And they'd come in and the doctor would say, she probably's not going to live through the night now, she has pneumonia. And I would see him and my parents and his parents so grief-stricken. That gave me so much motivation to say, let them know, hey, I'm in here fighting, I'm going to be fine. I learned the power of the mind. What a gift.
Wow.
And there are no limits, you guys. That's what I learned, Dr. Joe, is let go of fear and never give up. The only limits are in here.
Yeah, you know what's interesting as you're talking about this, and I'm starting to get memories back of my late father. My dad was my hero. Very caring, loving man. And he had a massive stroke in 1996 that a lot of people know about. And I remember when he was in the hospital bed, and my brother was on one side of the bed telling my father, let go, it's okay to pass on. And I'm telling my father, fight, don't give up. So you can imagine, and my brother did nothing wrong, he just did what he felt. And I was like, no. And I somehow knew my dad was gonna make it. I put all my energy into him. And I remember making this promise. I play in the baseball leagues, which I still play at my age. And I said to the guy in charge of our league in 1996, I said, when my dad is walking again next year, I want him throwing out the first pitch for opening day. He's like, Joe, your dad has how many days to live? He had a stroke, so there was brain damage, he was paralyzed. So the guy's like, oh, he's basically like, okay, appeasing me, basically, okay, Joe, we'll do that. And I said, Rich, I'm not kidding, this is gonna happen. And I felt in my heart, and slowly he got better. It took a long time, and then, I got him from paralyzed to walking, rehab, and a year later, he did walk on that field with a cane, and he threw out the first pitch. Now, you can't make guarantees in life. I did it, and there's a chapter in a New York Times best-selling book called Ultimate Life Lessons, and the chapter with me and my dad is I Played God, which, by the way, is in the book you guys got from the Marketer's Cruise. It's a chapter about us. You don't really know, and if you put all your effort into what you're doing, even if it doesn't work, I don't think you failed. So if a child tries his best in a sport and strikes out, he's not a failure, she's not a failure. You agree with that?
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
But there are so many people in our world, as you guys know, who don't give the best effort. It's like, why should I try? I failed the biology regents in New York City. There's a regents exam, to advance and get to college. Not once, not twice, but 3 times with the tutor. And I somehow majored in exercise physiology in college. How? Because I wasn't going to let that stop me. And you guys are in the same mindset.
Well, Dr. Joe, the gift given to me was growing up in the disability field. 54 million Americans have disabilities, so we're not talking about some little group.
Right.
And being surrounded by mentors that were paralyzed from the neck down, a professor at Baylor, appointed by President Bush to lead the National Organization on Disability, wrote the Americans with Disabilities Act. I was able to work with folks that there was no whining and sniveling, there was no sitting back with fear. It was about freeing our people. And what a gift to be around people like that. And that's what we're about, is in this community, Dr. Joe, in Albuquerque, together, what we can do to create a whole different environment for our kids, for those with behavioral health, for the lack of housing, those that are homeless, the veterans, the health care. And that's why we came back home to New Mexico. That tap on the shoulder, we built this national company, we were in San Diego, and that tap on the shoulder saying it's time to come home. Home needs, and now here we are together.
I understand. It's so nice that you come back to your roots to make a difference. And I love stories like this. I really do, because they're real, they're true, and it is a movement. You're right, Sherry. It is becoming a movement. Yeah. And we want to move more and more people. But before we move more and more people, we have to go to a commercial break. You guys will be back when we come back, right?
Yes.
Yep.
You promise? You're not running nowhere?
Yeah, the butter's still here, so I'm gonna
Yes, Mom's butter is
intact.
still here. See, we got it for you.
Yeah.
All right? All right, folks. We'll be back in about a minute, so we'll see you soon. Thank you.
For 55 years, people have bought trucks from Tillery in Los Lunas. We have a great selection of vehicles, the quality service department, and some of the best deals in the state. But most importantly, we found people prefer to buy trucks from people who actually drive trucks.
Tillery is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network, locally owned and operated, located in Los Lunas, right off I-25, exit 203.
Hello, folks. I'm Dr. Joe Kasper. And when it comes to protein, there's a lot of different products out there. And I'm going to tell you flat out, Muscle Goat protein is the best protein on the market. No chemicals, no fillers. The goats are fed apple cider vinegar in their water every morning. No cows on the property, no cross-contamination. And people who have any kind of health issues can use it. For more information, go to www.musclegoat.com. TurboThreads.com.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Well, folks, we're back for the third and final segment with Sherry Watson and Tracy Watson to talk about health, to talk about empowerment, and how people can improve to be the best we can be. It was interesting, guys, that I said guys, I didn't say y'all. Sorry, Tracy.
Sorry.
I say guys. Yeah.
I know. So last segment we were talking about, being empowered. And, you mentioned about Disabilities Act, how important it is. As a clinical nutritionist, I'm bothered by the fact, guys, that the food in our community, in our world, is not as good as it could be, because I believe food can heal. I think it can also help with behavior problems with children. How do you guys feel about that?
Nutrition is so important. After what we went through, our journey in the disability movement, really looking at what is core to us. So food is incredible. And when Dr. Joe, when you talked about seeing the lady in the wheelchair, and even if she had 100 million, we led the way in creating an equal world. We didn't sit back and wait for government to do it for us or gripe about things not being done. We created an equal world. We wanted to be equal participants in the American dream. And with that came the empowerment. People were in control of their life and destiny again.
I think that's so important. I think people don't realize that no matter how bad things are, you can improve. And when I talk to parents, because I'm involved with the school stuff here, that nutrition and love and kindness goes a long way. It really does. Yeah. And and people talk to me like, well, Joe, growing up, and everyone knows the Mom Dr. Joe show on Facebook. And people go, your mom was very tough when you were growing up. She still is. But what my mom showed me was love. Okay? Yeah. And to me, it doesn't so much matter how it comes out, it's how it's received. So as tough as she was, and believe me, you talk about tough, okay? I'm still afraid of her. Actually, what do my friends say? You're petrified of your mother. But the caring that she showed, and my dad as well, has helped me become a pretty decent human being. And parents out there, I'm not telling you how to raise your kids. I won't do that. It's none of my business. But I will tell you this, show your kids love and kindness, and they will make great progress. Would you guys agree? Mm-hmm. Show that to them. Mm-hmm. With your actions, because words mean words. It's all about actions. So with the programs that you guys are doing, I want people to really understand. So what's going on now with your programs in Albuquerque right at this moment, as I asked Tracy?
Oh, it's so hard to keep track of how things are moving right now. Since we've been back in Albuquerque, it's been a whirlwind of exciting times, meeting up with people, meeting new people with big hearts and big goals in life. And we've working with the Power of Purpose, we've retooled and redone a lot of our products, a lot of our services that we teach people, and such. We've got brand new software programs. We have brand new video programs and such and everything. We just recently moved into a large hospital here in the Albuquerque area. We have our office there now, and I can let Sherry talk about that a little bit. It's pretty exciting news for it. But gosh, we still have all of the same contact information and websites and URLs, just that all of our products have been updated and streamlined and made much better. Really exciting right now for us.
Yeah, that's great, because people talk about nonprofit and donating time and money. I give when I can, but what is the whole premise, Sherry, of non-for-profit? What does it mean scientifically? Because some people maybe don't understand the definition of it.
And This is such a great time to be talking about this because the legislature is meeting. They're putting funding aside for behavioral health, funding for juvenile justice reform, funding for education, funding for health care. That funding will be granted out. And to receive the funding to lead that movement, a not-for-profit is the smartest business entity. What we've done for the last 15 years, because of what we've done in disability, because of the civil rights movement we led that changed the world so powerfully, started teaching other entrepreneurs, business professionals, leaders, the power of the 501c3 corporation. This country is rooted. Universities, hospitals, Sesame Street, IKEA, they're not-for-profit corporations. We have such a myth out there that, oh, it's a little bit excelsior. When I make a lot of money, I'll give to those poor people. What we're doing is building nonprofits around the world that are bringing systemic change. They're serving folks like the veterans. But they're veterans leading it. They're meeting with legislators. They're sitting with committees. They're bringing economic impact and new solutions to systems that are broken. So what we do is we teach people how to set up a nonprofit corporation, how to partner it with your for-profit. Fortune 100 and 500 know the business strategy of cause marketing. What we're doing is bringing that to the Main Street America, to our businesses, the power of aligning. So we are able to take you from just going, wow, what is a nonprofit, all the way to the steps of getting it funded, building a powerful team, paying your team, and leading the way. And that's why we're here back in Albuquerque, working together with the medical facility, our nonprofit, putting it under contract, and to be able to roll out a national research and training center with new healthcare paradigms, bringing your products to the forefront, teaching people nutrition, looking at CBD oil, THC, hyperbaric chambers, not limiting anything. And we have some of the top medical doctors, you, Dr. Joe, that are now coming in. You introduced this to the nurse practitioner here, the community, Dr. Spiegel, the communities coming together to see how we can bring a new way of taking care of each other and bringing this community back.
Wow, that's amazing. So guys, wow, because we're actually running out of time. I want to keep going, but we have to. Could you please tell people how to contact you?
Yeah.
Please, guys. Give me your website, all your information.
We need everybody, guys. Let's build this together. So you can call our office at 505-217-9333. And to really get connected with this, we have set up a free training. Go to nonprofitwebclass.com, and we have about a 90-minute training on the 6 steps that I've done for 35 years and all of us around the country to launch and empower your nonprofit corporation. So together, let's bring New Mexico to new heights, lead a national research and training center.
That's awesome. So if you guys would, wow, I'm touched by all this. I really appreciate having you guys on the show. You guys are so awesome. You were amazing.
Thank you.
We need another show. See, we didn't finish. I knew we wouldn't.
We'll do a follow-up.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a follow-up for sure. So as we end the show, folks, which we need to do because the producers give me a crazy look, we want to thank our sponsors, Muscle Go Protein, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, the cleanest protein alive. And what do you guys have in your hands here?
Well, I've got the vanilla this time, which is my favorite. And I got the butter.
Hey.
You took your wife's butter?
Okay,
you can't do
that. You gotta check this out.
Momsbutter.com.
You can take
And those are my supplements.
And the Power Pack. And by the way, folks, on the Power Pack, see the packet's very simple. Probiotic, digestive enzyme, multivitamin packets. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for helping me during the show, too. It was great. We really appreciate you, folks. And again, please remember, your health is your wealth. Never, ever forget it. God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye now.